How are you today? This is Ed from Villegas Firms. It's great to be with you. Today I want to talk about C corporations, S corporations, and LLCs in subchapter K of the tax code. So, what is a C corp? What's an S corp? What's an LLC? Have you ever heard of that before? I'm sure a lot of you guys have. Your accountants, your CPAs, even your colleagues or your brother-in-law says, "I have an S corp," and your father-in-law says, "I have a C corp." So, you ever wondered where those names come from? So they actually originate from the tax code, the U.S. tax code. So Title 26 of the Internal Revenue Code has different chapters, and then it also has subchapters, and it has sections, and then it has subsections. So, and then there's exceptions to that as well. But there's one subchapter is subchapter C, and that rules and governs everything that is subchapter, anything that's a C corporation. So the name C corp comes from that revenue code of the section. So S corps is is subchapter S, right? And then there's something called subchapter K, which is by far the most complicated section of the entire tax code, including estate planning and the preparation of trusts, setting up trusts, and the intricacies and tax treatments related to those entities. When somebody leaves wealth over and a legacy. So C corporations are ruled and they're governed, right? And their name comes from subchapter C of the tax code. Subchapter S rules S corporations, and S corporations are different from C corps. And as we prepare this content, the goal is to prepare you and to graduate you into somebody that knows enough technical information for you to make the wisest choices for your family, for your business, for yourself. So the S corp is a pass-through entity. It's a flow-through entity where income and expenses flow through from that corporate level, right, down to your personal returns, right, up to a Form 1040. So in the C corp route, you actually have what's called double taxation, right? Both C corps, right, and S corps give you legal protection, right? But they're ruled differently. So that means that the Internal Revenue Code has income and expenses flowing through differently. So through the S corp route I mentioned, they are flowing from the company down to your personal returns. At the C corp, they some stay, right, income and expenses, some stay in the C corp route, and others actually are paid to you. So, for example, if you made money, made $100 for both the C corp and the S corp, $100 is gonna stay, in the C corp, and it's gonna be taxed at the C corp. If you pay yourself from this C corp, which you probably are gonna do so, then that's going to be taxed again at the individual level, and that's where the term double taxation actually originates. And the other form of entity is, the partnership, which is ruled by subchapter K. So subchapter K is a very intricate and procedural type of section in the code, and it's something that it's very important studying if you want to create some sort of multi entity monopoly. And this means that you have, this is for people that have many, many and massive ideas, not just somebody that just wants to build a startup, but you want to synergize the best of both worlds. So something that we do at Villegas Firms is that we do what's called multi-entity structuring. So sometimes we take the best of the S corp, sometimes we take the best of the C, sometimes we take the best out of the partnerships, sometimes we even take the best out of things that I haven't even mentioned called trusts. And depending on the client situation, we structure and we use accordingly. But subchapter K rules every partnership in the US. So for tax purposes, if you know how is my LLC going to be taxed, well, the guidance comes from subchapter K. And how is my C corp going to? How am I going to pay taxes, or what code sections are going to be relevant? Then you have a subchapter for each of the corresponding entities. Okay, guys. So building a legacy starts with your education, and it starts with you putting the time to know things like, should I do the C corp? Is this time going to be suitable for an LLC? Am I going to use an LLC for my holdings company? What is a holdings company? So holdings company is an asset company. It's an asset holding company. So there's many things related to the code, and this video is not to confuse you, but to give you basic understanding about where the name C corp comes from, where the S corp comes from, and even subchapter K that rules every partnerships, like limited liability partnerships, limited liability companies, etc. Okay, guys. So that's it for today, and just stay tuned. We have more for you.